at that time.
Well,
like
I
a
mean,
Bentet rotate.
he had to
He's got
do
to come
something.
through the smoke.
He had, like, he's been sitting here just waiting, like, oh, they take B. He's like, well, what am I supposed to do here? I've got nothing. How am I supposed to retake this? And then they come up towards A and they take A. They take that whole short side, the diggity side. What's he got to do? He's got to try and have some impact somewhere. He can't just let them take the site time and time again and just be forced to retake because it's pretty hard to do. But at the moment, I sense he'd be getting pretty frustrated. Underneath that, look, he's hoping to get into this game, and I think the only way he's going to do that is like when we saw with Immunity, where Gratisfaction, he was the jungle player as well, and he just had to start taking it to them in middle and start getting some picks while they were setting up their grenades and smokes. Whereas it looks like they're just letting MVP roll out, and it's not working well.
Because really, the only thing that Bentet wants is 1v1 aim duels. He is very happy in a game if he can have 1v1 aim duels.
Guy doesn't even care 1v1s. 1v2, he doesn't care.
Oh, he just wants aim duels, really. He doesn't just want to be sprayed through a smoke or flashed out or whatever, everything they're currently doing to him. This one looks like it's going to be a B play. Bomb is in bottom of mid, so it's not full committed yet, but they do have a few players over there. Perry is on his own in the T-Apps, looking to catch out any flank if possible, but the majority of the team is setting up over here. Looks like they've got some grenades out as well. Going to have some sort of...
Looks like a B fake, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. The bomb, it doesn't look like it's committed over this way anyway.
There's no Molotovs on any of the CT players here at this B side either, so while they do have the 3 players stacked there, I think MVP would be expecting some mollies or flashes or counter nades coming in once they throw these smoke grenades, so it'd be interesting if they do prepare to hit the B side, but at this point it's looking like a fake, unless they're going to quickly just try and fake A now and go there, but...
The bomb's here.
Yeah.
So it looks like this might indeed be the way they go. Perry and Solo over this way, just trying to get themselves a little bit closer to the A site, and then when they give the word, their teammates, I assume, will throw all this utility at B, run in, try and get some kills, and force the rotate. Note, the bomb's coming back.
This footsteps in the apartments has worked perfectly, and they've pulled the rotator away from the CD spawn. And it looks like they're going to do the eyeballer strat again, so this is where they smoke off the entire site and wrap through Con. One of the players is already there in Con, and it'll be just... It's all up to Frost Misty there, but look at this. Bentet, he reads it perfectly. You can't pull the same trick twice against these guys. And he's played that smoke perfectly. That's exactly what you've got to do. And at this point, that's where pulling the rotator has worked against them. That's not in their favour here because they've pulled Bentet towards A and then they've gone into B. But here comes the plant on A.
And now Bentet, ooh, great shot from Solo, nailing Bentet in Library. So it brings it back into a 2-on-2. There is kits on both the remaining CTs, so still a very doable retake for Recca here, but every second they wait, the bomb ticks longer and longer. That is a full team flash and an excellent peek from Perry. Nails Excurate. Sis is currently unknown, but that fire will give away his location. Solo just has to sit and wait, play this crossfire with Perry, and this is very, very difficult indeed. Sis is committed to this. He doesn't know where to look. He knows where they are, but he can't check both angles at once. Perry comes out and closes it.
What a round. Like, just the way they come back into every single round, like their clutch play, their teamwork. Look, I've got a bit of an observation for you. I've noticed that it seems like Perry and Solo are a team, and then the other 3, Termy, Zeph, and Glow, are a team. And it's like these guys just 2 versus 3 each other a lot. And so that's why when they do these site takes, it's always those 3 or the other 2 dead. Like, it just seems like this is their mini, like how they gel together in the team. So every time we see a clutch round towards the end, it's either the 3 guys alive or Perry and Solo alive. It's just time and time again, and it looks like that's their little strategy within their team, and it's paying off perfectly because they just get these 3 guys into a site. If they get the site, bang, we got the bomb coming. If they don't, then you've got this awesome partnership and chemistry between Solo and Perry, just winning rounds out of nowhere.
And that round, they get triple killed by Bentet, which is usually something you can't really recover from too easily, but they do it well. Get over to the A-bomb site and win what was a 2 versus 3 for them. They nail it. Now, going back towards the B-bomb site, it's worth noting as well, Glow's taken, or a few of them taking consistent damage from the early grenades from Recca, but it's just an early HE. They're not peeking it, they're playing passive towards the side.
Yeah, so like I thought last round was, before the eyeballer strat came out, this is just a bait to get them to use their utility before they actually go to rush into B. So they've still got some smokes left. Obviously, they need to smoke City Spawn and maybe smoke the coil section off, or coffins. And there you go. Here come the Molotovs. They threw the smokes, they threw a flash, they shot their AKs a little bit, and now the only thing they can do here is go on the front foot. What a great pop flash is there. Excurate unable to take advantage of the situation. but he got the information, and he'll be able to call that they're all there. And here comes the rotate as well from the man, Bentet.
Great Molotov. Xgrid has no idea he's burning due to being in the flashbang. He's going to get nailed as he falls back. Bentet's here, finding 2 again. Frost Misty 2 inside the site. Excellent work to recover for Recca. Perry in a 1 versus 2. Does find 1 towards top mid, but he's left on just 18 HP. And Frost Misty has so much time to play this from absolutely anywhere. Knows where the bomb is. Can make life very difficult for Perry. But in turn, he can assume Perry's coming banana, but he won't be able to hear it. There's no time. Perry has to get this kill right now. Frost Misty's going to save, and Perry's going to die after time. Oh no, no money.
Yep.
You do hate to see it.
Well, what do you call it? He booked it. Like, he knew the guy was in that corner. He had 0 seconds left, and he knows exactly where the last guy is. Like, Perry is a god. But just unfortunate there. Frost Misty and Bentet really winning that round for Recca. 2 individual plays. Frost Misty's solid as a rock there, but sometimes he leaves Xgo hanging out to dry. So it's worked this time, but I don't think that kind of play is going to work every single time. But if you want anyone rotating to back you up, it's Bentet.
Oh, 100%. He's come through the smoke twice now and gotten himself a couple kills.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what you do with that smoke. I mean,
100%.
Drawing from my own experience when we versed Dignitas on this map, on previous iteration of the map, and we would just do our B execute. The smoke comes into CD spawn, and then Pimp would just wait until we were in that pool area, and then he would just run straight through the smoke and shoot us all in the back while we're trying to kill Schneider in the site. And it's just, there's not much you can do about it, because it's like a triple way crossfire, and you don't expect people to run through smokes like a random, but it just works perfectly. And as you see there, Bentet getting 2 kills, could have got 3 even, but then you got Frost Misty backing him up. It was just a great crossfire, but like I said, I think left Xgo hanging out to dry, and if MVP would have play on that.
It didn't work out too well, but now this round is looking a little bit better. They have lost a player already, and Sis is still up in the site. They haven't checked him. Going to need to do that, and Bentet is here causing massive problems for MVP. Doesn't find another kill, but does heavy damage. There is no HP remaining, really, and it's Perry on 27, looking for a 1 versus 3. He's going to check Sis in this corner, but can't find the kill. Another round there for Recca, and it's Bentet who's stepping up in these.
Yeah, I feel like that was MVP just exhausting an option there. They feel like maybe they're hitting B too much because Bentet was able to make that read. And so now they're just going to throw their eggs into this A site attack, and it looked good. They got pretty far. They got a lot of territory relatively easily. But then once they got into the crossfires of Recca, that's where they really they made them pay, really.
They did indeed. Another rifle round out for MVP, though. Not out of money just yet. Good grenade down mid there, but not going to do too much damage as most of Recca have headed second mid. Or MVP, I should say, heading second mid or banana. Good Molotov as well, forces Frost Misty back. And if that spreads any further, he is in a serious amount of trouble. But it looks like he will just stay alive. It's got to be inches in that. Oh, 100%. You've either got to B-hop through that sort of thing, or you just got to sit there and hope he does stay untouched. But given that MVP haven't pushed it, that information is outdated. Solo's there with the headshot, though, making it a 4-on-5.
So that's the entry onto banana now. So MVP will probably slow things right down and try and get that rotator to head towards the B site just through time. And we'll just see. No, they're going to bust on through to the mid wall. No crossfire here, but this guy doesn't need a crossfire. He's just amazing. He's trying to get a third. No, he gets a bit greedy. Zeph takes him, punishes him. And here we go. We've got Perry. Zeph's throwing a Molotov to clear out the pit. Now they're slowing it down a little bit. 3 versus 3 situation. This will benefit MVP if they can get all 3 players into these aim duels.
Now, Rosu was here last round, so if they can find him out, they'll be in a good spot, but he is sitting close with a rifle. Sis has been spotted out. At this point, Sis can just try and bait for Rosu, really. Perry is coming out looking at the site. Good flashbang, but it's already faded, and Rosu is waiting. It's a really good smoke.
The really obscure smoke that you only need once every now and then.
Exactly. You only need it the one time, but it works now. Rosu is going to wait in it.
Perry's going to walk out through the smoke and see if he can look into the site.
20 seconds left. They want to get onto it now. They're about to know about Rosu, though. He's in pit. Perry goes to jump on him, but Rosu's too sharp. The crossfire works out, and that was a really nice attempt for MVP. I like what they were going for. They're never going to use that smoke again.
I think Recca saw that one yesterday as well. But look at this guy, man. What an amazing player.
You just can't... You can't dry peek it. You got to figure out something which is not dry peek.
That wasn't even dry. They flashed.
They did, but Bentet doesn't care. He's got eyes of steel.
He doesn't have eyes. He's Daredevil.
Yeah. Sure, he just feels it out. He uses his other senses to just know where players are and magically gets kills. Not even magic, he's just incredibly, incredibly good. MVP, though, taking a bit of a tactical timeout. They're already a lot of rounds up, but of course they want to push their advantage even harder.
Yeah, so I can just imagine the MVP tactical timeout. It'll go something like this. Bentet is jungle.
Let's not go
That
jungle.
didn't work so well.
Let's not... Bentet's here. Let's not go there.
So this is just, getting some composure back. They're going to go back to doing what they were doing. They're going to get that banana control, see if they can get some aggressive play from Excurate and Frost Misty, which it seems like they like, and maybe punish them for that. And then on the counter to that also, they're going to try and pull Bentet away from A site if they are going to hit A, because they've seen how fast he rotates now. But this crossfire in pit and site with Rozu and Sis is working out really well.
There's the aggression from Frost Misty, as you said, but MVP were not ready to trade it. Instead, it's Solo getting caught out and the bomb being spotted, which is an issue. They can grab that thing.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of utility here either, and they got Glow with the MP, 7, I think it is? Yeah.
7, yes. 9's the small, annoying one. Because they're both small and annoying, really, aren't they? They're not rifles. But 4 versus 5 for MVP. There's still 5 rounds to the good, but they'd like to get a few more. They don't really want an 8-7 half after being up 8-0. Not exactly.
Pretty interesting, this double stack on jungle, since MVP will probably be looking to avoid it anyway, but they'll know as soon as Bentet doesn't go down that it wasn't him.
Exactly, but
he just keeps fighting. Termi now, 10 HP against Excurate. Now, we've seen how sharp this guy is, Excurate, but Termi's got a lot of time here to work, and he'll be expecting the rotate to come in from B, and that flash will give his position away.
He's got to find this headshot.
He doesn't want an aim duel in the open. He needs some cover just to cover most of his body here.
Looking for this headshot. He's going to find the early spray. Good angle from Termi to clutch it out for MVP.
10 HP.
Very, very well played indeed. That was, though, 8 kills in roughly 10 seconds. That was some very frantic times towards jungle.
That was just, forcing the issue there on the middle wall. And yeah, Recca Esports, they just double stacked that jungle. But like I said, as soon as Bentet doesn't get that first kill and they kill Rozu, they know straight away that Bentet's going to be there somewhere, and they were able to capitalize. That's what we talk about when we talk about efficient trading as well. And that puts Termi in that position to win that 1v1. And he just played it perfectly with the off angles.
He did. That was very, very well clutched out from him. Now, the banana presence coming in again. Termi only just off. Frost Misty's going to peek this because Frost Misty don't care. Mows down 2 with the UMP before getting traded. Great Molotov. Zep cannot go there, being on low HP.
That's great individual play from Frost Misty. I mean,
fantastic aggression. That
last round pretty much saved MVP's economy completely and brought them back into this half. Like, obviously, they were winning, but Recca were going to come back, and you could have seen like an 8-7 half at that point. So now it's... Recca going on the front foot here, just saying, this is our last chance to buy for a while. Let's make something of it. Frost Misty getting 2 kills there is so clutch. And Zev burning down to 12. SYS doesn't need to be this far up, but he's got a teammate with him. It's a common sort of setup we see these days.
Rozu playing anti-flash and waiting, so that if Sis does get caught out behind the pillar, he can rotate around, take these shots instantly. But this time, they're voluntarily going towards jungle. I
just love what I'm seeing from MVP. The way they just use their utility, and they're just so quiet, and they just keep their opponents guessing at all times, just until that last second. And if SYS was to bust through this smoke right now, he'd be in for a shock.
Now they know, though, and the smoke fades. It's going to be given up. The peak is there. Sis finds one, gets traded, but the bomb drops and is spotted. It's all on Perry to make this position around towards library work. He's got to get a kill or 2 on these rotating players. And he's got to take it against Bentet, which is no easy task. Bentet doesn't look like he's aware of this possibility, though. He's not checking close. He's not looking at it. And there's Perry with the headshot. Needs one more to make this work, and he entries the site. 22 HP combined for the MVP players, but they can get this bomb down, and it's Excurate with a UMP in a very difficult clutch now. He can do it. He does have the low HP players to try and pick off, but this crossfire is once again set from Graveyard and backside. Not going to peek him, does find the first. Looking for Perry now. Peeks in the pit, grabs the AK, but the bomb is planted, touches it, but it's a fake. He's looking the wrong way, has no idea where Perry is. Perry just takes all the time in the world. Excurate still hasn't checked Graveyard, now he knows. Now he's looking for it, he can find this, but Perry somehow clutches that out with a 3K. I've no idea how he ends up winning that, especially with all that desperate pre-fire going everywhere. But
Recca are losing this game.
Goodness me.
They're losing their mind. Every single clutch situation is just an inch out of their grasp. And Perry there with huge play again. Low HP clutches time and time again here for MVP. Recca will be kicking themselves.
Massive, massive work at the 2v3 to come around.
Every single time they just pull it off. They're just slow and methodical, and they just have the perfect timing.
They do. Bentet had really no idea that Perry could have been that close.
His spider senses were tingling.
They were, but
he was waiting for them to peek him. Yeah. And then just when he was like, oh, they're not peeking me, bang, Perry's there.
Perfect timing. Perry is a very, very good player, but MVP, these guys should be. They've been around the game for goodness knows how long, a very, very long time.
These guys taught me Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were watching them ages ago when you were learning and you're old, so...
Yeah, well, thanks, bro. That's great.
You're welcome.
Keep going. Yeah.
It's a force buy for Recca here.
I've got my 45 in the drawer back in the office, so...
Yeah, cool.
I'll go kiss that later.
All right, well, maybe not. We're still got to get through the rest of this final. Zeph with a jumping back 10 finds himself the first kill. Bentet in pit has not been checked. Only going to get the one, though, in exchange for 3 kills for the T's. They'll be happy with that. Into a 4 versus 2 now. 5-7 and Deagle for Excurate and Frost Misty the other way around. Excurate looking for this peak. Great Deagle shot there. He's been sharp, but he's going to get caught out on the peak by Solo.
That's not enough, unfortunately. X-Gray's been very sharp this whole game, and you can just sense his frustration. He just wants to kill something, but unfortunately, all he's doing is getting himself killed. And this is just a formality for MVP. They're very fast-paced here in this Antigo, and that's what you want to see. They've just taken control of that A site. They've traded out well. They've got this Mac 10 just doing work. Frost Misty as well. He's just so sharp. He is just so sharp. If they could just find a way to use their sharpness every single round that they have guns, instead of just letting MVP dictate a lot of the pace. Recca they're the ones now, they're in their shell. They're the ones that have crawled back and soon are going to be looking for a new home.
They're playing MVP's game at the moment, which is not what you want to do if you're Recca, especially considering that you have that best of 3 advantage. They don't
want to rest on their laurels because, I mean, the thing is with Inferno, it's a very heavily T-sided map sometimes. When you get a roll on, it's one of those maps where you need you need your money. It's like Overpass. You need your money because you need the utility. And if Recca have just been buying and buying and buying, and they just, when they don't have the mollies and the smokes to keep MVP off mid, MVP know about it. Or they don't have the stuff to keep him out of banana, MVP know about it. And so they're using that to their advantage. And they're really working Recca hard.
There indeed. Tommy's going to find the first pick through the wall.
Yeah, look at this. That's just the sign of desperation there. Frost Misty, Excurate, they're swapping up their roles. Now it's, now Frost Misty wants to go get kills on banana. It's like, well, Excurate's tried that for like 10 rounds, so maybe he should keep doing it because he's the one that knows how it's working. Here's a pop flash.
Oh, Bentet straight through trying to find something. And as always, it's Bentet making the difference. He's locked himself into sandbags now and looks like he wants to keep pushing because they will not expect this UMP up close. He's found another kill here. This is way more than he should have. Gets caught out in the reload, though, to make it a 3v2.
I love how Bentet's just doing it all by himself.
He just gets away with so much.
Like, I'm going to come help you do... Oh, I just dies instantly. Bentet's like, I don't need your help. I have 3 bullets left.
That's enough. I can do this, guys. He's
like
really
the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Recca Esports. Like, to me, he should be the guy in B. Like, it should be him and Frost Misty or Excurate and him. Like, I think he's wasted here on this rotated position unless people are just doing full executes on you time and time again. But this slow style that MVP deploy, they're just like walking in, getting picks and whatnot. It looks like Frost Misty and Excurate, they just don't have something. They just can't play against that. Whereas I feel like Bentet is the guy that's just like, I don't care what style you do, I'm going to get some frags. But his rotate position is just making him useless.
Roz, you actually got a kill. I believe it was through Perry there onto Glow, leaving him nice and
do
low.
what you got to do, man.
Exactly, but the bomb is down. It's Sis in the 1 versus 2 now. It's just wow. All right, Perry through the edge of the smoke. I was about to say it's constant clutch. Exactly, it's constant clutch situations.
Look, mate,
that Recca have been left in, and it's just
for Perry's performance for an in-game leader there. That's just fantastic. That's what you want. He's definitely leading from the front. He's just put them on the map. This is a great map for them. This is exactly what they needed, but, man, it's going to be a marathon. If they can keep this up, this is going to be a long day.
12-3 the half.
I hate to say it, but did I say they would win Inferno? I'm pretty sure I did.
You did say 2-1.
It's not over yet.
Taking Inferno.
Not over yet. But
you wipe that smug grin off your face,
happening.
Mr. Ian Sniper Turner. It's not done yet. We've still got more.
I'm just surprised at how much they had up their sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
They were saving a heap. This is crazy.
So to play as well, that even makes their win, in retrospect, against the other teams even more impressive, given that they were holding on to this much.
Yeah, I feel like against Immunity now that maybe we were just seeing their muck-around side.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been kicking themselves if they got knocked out doing that, but obviously they didn't even lose a map, so they were pretty comfortable. This is their second gear now. They've kicked it up.
16-6, 16-11, so it wasn't even that close.
Yeah.
It was closer against Immunity yesterday, so...
But I feel like that score kind of lied a little bit as well. It looked like MVP were in charge the whole time, and then you saw that they struggled to close out the game, but they were on 15 for ages.
They were. Now Solo under pressure in Graveyard. Still finds 1 kill. 2 kills, Solo! How are you getting away with this? Finds a 3rd! That is inexcusable of your record there. His position was known for all of those, and he just mops them up. Now Excurate and Bentet. Admittedly, Bentet is alive, but he has an awful lot of players coming at him. They're just going to charge into the bomb site. They know where everyone is, and it's over.
The South Korean Zerg straight into the site, destroying them. Solo doing it all by himself. And then here comes the cavalry. Recca Just shut up, Recca. You've got nothing.
MVP just played a T-side pistol round. Just get up and in their faces with pistols. I mean, if Solo's found 3 and puts you in a 4v2, why not?
That shot onto the guy into the apartments was
dirty.
Yeah, he just should not be able to do that. But I can feel for Recca when there's a guy in that graveyard, and all you can see is his head just ducking in and out. It's such a hard shot to make.
So irritating.
But Recca got up that side, got up into that side so easily. It's so insane. I thought Solo was done for. But he definitely just made something out of nothing. And, we saw this a lot yesterday.
Yeah, we saw a lot of grenades.
This is the South Korean MVP or Eastro or Project K or whatever what you want to call it. This is the inferno you see from them in 1.6. Just straight down mid, no respect. And it's so hard to play against.
Yeah, and of course, because they get the double grenade down mid as well. If you try and peek mid to even slightly aggressively to stop them...
The only way to stop it... I mean, you couldn't do this in 1.6. You couldn't do it in 1.6. But in this, with the skybox and whatnot, the way you would kind of stop this aggression now would be to sit back at T-stairs, let Glow advance down the middle area, and then have your pop flashes come over from the T-stairs once Banana's smoked off, and bang, just punish Glow, grab his UMP and make a round of it. But you've got to... He doesn't do it every single time.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to know it's coming.
And it costs money to prepare for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you think, all right, they're going to take mid every time, let's flash mid every time, well, you're burning a couple $100. Frost Missy's been called out because there are CTs absolutely everywhere in the
But
map.
Also, that's why having a reputation like that is so good, because then when you come up against a team, they literally have to spend money on a just-in-case situation.
Which is... not great. I mean, it's one of those things that constantly puts you on the back foot. Even if you win a round where you've had to do that, you're still on the back foot because you're trying to adapt to them, not, the other way around. It's not an easy situation at all. Bentet and Sis now, we're very split up from each other. The bomb is down.
They've managed to find a couple of guns here.
They have.
The bomb's in an alright position. That A site is open. Bentet, I don't think he'll be able to do anything here.
He's not going to check.
Okay.
Okay.
Perry.
All right.
Whatevs. This is just deathmatch for Perry. He's like, I'm going to wait till he's on my screen and then flick to him. Because, it's too easy.
Practicing my flicks, guys.
Who's this Bentet guy? I've never heard of him.
Oh, boy. Sis is stuck in a very, very difficult 1 versus 3. He's already given himself up. The UMP headshot patrol comes in. He's found himself 1. No more than that, though.
Not bad for $1,200.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't spend it, so...
Another good round here from MVP. It was a messy round, obviously, but, it's that disorganized chaos that they're just so good at. And MVP looking to seal this map quickly, and Recca just need to get out of that first gear. They need to wake up. Obviously, MVP had that BO3 advantage just to warm up. It sucks to come into that, In Recca's position, they just destroyed them yesterday. And today, it's been a bit of a slow start for them. So, this is it. The first gun round is on their T side, and, this is the most important round for them. If they get this, then they're back in this. And nothing is impossible in Counter-Strike, especially CSGO. You can buy pistols and just win every major on Earth. So,
or you could not buy pistols and win every major on Earth. Just use the defaults.
Yeah, totally, man.
Totally, it happens. Or if you're Olaf Meister, you just have Tech 9 all the time. That is in the past. And again, it's even that from Perry, right? He's getting spammed at and he changes up his position, goes up high, but he's still pre-aiming the same spot. And Orp is rarely going to pre-fire up there. They're always going to pre-fire the actual car spot.
The thing is, what he's doing there is he's just tapping his M4 as well, so there's not really a tracer advantage for X-Great. So you got to feel for him, man. Like, nothing's going their way right now. Nothing's going their way right now. Like, their clutches were unlucky in timing. People looking around the corner just before they come out. So MVP, just Lady Luck is definitely on their side a little bit here today, but at the same time, you can just say this is definitely not all luck. This is just great methodical play from MVP. And Termy here should be getting checked. 1 and done position. Let's see what he can do.
They're not. Oh, okay, they do check it, but he still gets away with 1 kill there. 1 and done, you said. 1 and done he got. It's not terrible for that spot. It's 4 versus 2 now. Bentet is on the AWP, and Sis has a nice position. He did just reload, though, and Perry's there.
Perry. Perfect rotate. And just I'm not with it today, man. Like, he should have known the rotate was coming. And didn't get in a good position. Had to reload, even though he only probably had 20 bullets left.
And even Bentet looks shaken off.
Nah, this guy's just... He's feeling it, man. 1 versus 4 to try and stop them getting match point.
I can see it. I mean, he got an ace when I called it out yesterday. Misses the no-scope, though. Headshot comes in from Solo. I think it was... I
don't think I don't think many people expected this.
Yeah, 15-3. This is a very, very, very dominant MVP. The only question I would have for you is this just an Inferno thing, or is this how MVP are going to play?
I don't know, man. Like, it depends. MVP of that team. When they get started well, they just roll on through. But Recca, from what I saw yesterday, they were just as good. They were really matching with MVP. Now, was MVP hiding stuff yesterday? I don't know. But I'm definitely interested to see how these next two maps are going to go. And if this is a marathon sprint to the finish line, it would be an amazing victory for MVP.
Would indeed. Good peek from Solo there to find one nose. They're pushing up on him. Body blocks the smoke a little bit. Still doesn't do enough. Throws a flashbang through it and we'll be able to fall back. But the T's are moving very, very quickly. Exactly. They don't really have anything to worry about. They don't need to panic there. They've got so many rounds and Solo's been allowed all the time he wants to reposition. Hit spot one, but did get the kill there.
How does he get that kill, man?
I don't understand. They're going to push through the smoke, though. I think, yes, there is 1-2 behind them. It's Rozyu. Spots out one.
Oh, nice.
Trigger control. He's not going to go for it. He wants to flank instead and line him up. Quick. There's one. He's got to move quickly. Gets one kill. Now Zeph's here for the trade. Very, very quick with the AK indeed. Of course, Rozyu, you cannot know, but if he waited a second longer, he could have lined him up.
Still isn't planted. And that's what made MVP come back into that connector area. They said something. Oh.
Goodness me. Now a UMP for Frost Misty. He's still on the SMGs here. Globe, he doesn't care. He's going to wait. He's going to wait for that bomb to hit the floor, and Frost Misty wants to push the issue. The timing could just work out for him here. It will. Glow turns around. 8 HP. This is now even. Frost Misty trying desperately to find anything. He's throwing all his guns away. We'll grab an M4 and fall back to site. 25 seconds left. Still has time to work with here. Flash over the top. Not going to hit Frost Misty, though. This 1v1 is so close. That's a fake. He's looking the wrong way. Glow could find this whole thing out right now. The timing is so, so close. Frost Misty doesn't know where to look. This time he should be sticking to plan. He's looking at Glow, but if Glow faces, he'll get the easiest kill of his life.
Oh,
there
beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful play there from Glow. The way that he just waits for that bomb to plant, and then you got Frost Misty caught with his pants down, can't get his gun out quick enough. Just an amazing, smart play there from Glow. Played that perfectly. Got a bit unlucky with the timing and connector, but Frost Misty just, your heart goes out to him. There's not a whole lot he could do in that situation.
Not a whole lot, but that is the first map all done. 16-3 in favor of MVP. We'll be back very, very shortly with map 2, Mirage, Recca's pick, but we're going to go to a short break. Stay tuned.
Well, that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? I think Ian said it and wrapped it up pretty well. No one was expecting that.